Hi guys, welcome back to Come Chat with Sima. Today I am sitting in Alchemy Croydon and I am with...
Well, people know me by many different names. Some will know me as Rastibo, some will know me as Alkeno, and my mother called me Alwyn.
And I call you Debo.
Debo, yeah.
And this interview is long overdue.
Long. You know, like the string just stretch out. All right.
We did do an interview about a year ago.
Actually, dash it away.
And I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy with the quality. Sorry, guys. I'm a bit OCD, you know. I'm not saying that I'm the best, but when it comes to visuals, sound, it has to be on point. So you guys can tune in, tap in, and you know what I mean?
It's only right. It's only
you get
right.
me?
Always do your best.
Exactly. So yes, I'm here in Alchemy, and the reason why it's long overdue and the reason why this interview is so special to me is because I basically came along on the alchemy journey from the beginning.
Yeah, from near enough the first day when we opened the business.
Yeah. I used to work here. Now I'm a part of the family.
100%. She comes to my wedding and all kind of sorts. Flew hundreds of miles over the sea.
Well, the thing is, right? Okay, so we're going to just go into a little conversation here. I wanted to go on holiday. I took the time off work.
Oh, so what you saying? You do want to come to my wedding?
No. That's what happened. So I took time off of work and I'm a travelaholic. I love going on holidays. Yeah. So it was like, when am I going to go? And I thought, wow, I can't go anywhere. I need to get my backside to your wedding. If I'm going to go anywhere, I have to go to your wedding. And it was beautiful. I'm so grateful and thankful that I came.
Oh, man. To me, even now, I get goosebumps thinking about it. It was lovely.
Yeah, it was really nice.
I have to be very thankful to yourself and the rest of the people that we made it.
There was enough of us, you know.
I did try to fly away so I didn't get too much people there, but it's messed up anyway.
We took over. We turned up, took over, and we had a good time, man. Wicked. All right.
We're not talking about that.
We're not talking about that, no. We're going to go into why we are here. So, you are all these names. Rastibo, Alwyn, Alkeno, Debo. Debo, please tell us about yourself and alchemy.
Okay. Right. So, for those of you who know the word alchemy, right? Alchemy in, one sense, people would say, back in the days, the scientists would try and make turn base metals into gold, right? But basically it's just a fusion of things to make something greater. You understand what I mean? So when we chose alchemy as a business title, it's because we are a great fusion of people and food and all that goes on with it, and that's the magic. The business that we're sitting in at the moment, this is Alchemy Croydon. It's a wine bar restaurant. Formerly, before this COVID-19, it was more like a nightclub. So you would come here and have a good party out, or during the day you might go and eat some food. Now, after the COVID, we're more of a relaxed wine bar, and you can still come and get something nice to eat.
Cool. So obviously that would have been my next thing, or in the conversation. This year, business been impacted.
Wow. All I've got to say is I'm glad that I've got broad shoulders. Yeah, and we born in rough and hard times. So, there's no time to give up. You don't lose the race until you stop running. So we just got to put one foot in front of the next and keep on pushing. But yes, business has been affected massively. Anybody who's in the nighttime industry is basically obsolete now. It's gone until they decide to lift the restrictions. As in for the restaurant side of things, it's also become difficult because people are scared. They don't really want to go out. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Unless, I don't know, quote unquote, they feel safe. So yeah, it's been a little bit hard. there's been a lot of death, so we've had a lot of 9 nights and funerals going through. Birthday parties, we've not really been doing them because obviously the restrictions, and it's hard to say, you've got 50 people inside the building, and they're all friends, but they're not allowed to socialise. So it's a little bit up and down, but yeah, man. Right now, we're born in hard times, so with the rough or the smooth, we keep on smiling, we keep one step in front of the other and going forward.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's one thing that I admire about you, is that you are a go-getter. You are very ambitious. You are someone that I could call in my phone and be like, you know what? I've got this idea. And you are one person I'd be like, let's do it. We can do it. That can work. And I think as well, that's probably what draws me to stay by your side as well, because I love that about you. And, through, like you said, the rough and with the storm, with everything that's going on, your head's still high.
Keep smiling,
can
man.
Still come here, bust two joke, get one cup of tea, and all these things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. How I see it, right? The roses, the grass, it can all look pretty, yeah. But underneath it is the manure. That S word. That's what I'm saying. And the most beautiful things grow from that. So when I'm roughing it in the hard times, I'm not going to turn around and bring my mental down because it's hard. No. You've got a question that needs answers. Let's get the answer. Keep on pushing forward. And if you knock your head at the wall or at the door and you can't go through, then find a way around. Go over. It's not saying if you don't let nothing stop you. You just got to keep on pushing forward and keep your positivity. You can't allow the world to dictate whether you feel good or you feel bad.
Right,
You have to wake up in the morning and say, "Rah,
I can smell the roses.
I just got a little bit of breath there. Yeah, I'm good."
Give
Yeah,
time.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
we've got many people, they're laying down sick in bed, they can't move. So they're glad for the little bit of breath. When you got the breath and you got the hands and the legs and them thing there, now you're upset you ain't got no car. Well, there's a man out there who can't walk, so he's glad that he can walk. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jen. And when you get the car and then something else could drive past you shiny, you say, my car ain't no good than you car.
Yeah,
no.
It just keeps going on.
What about the man who ain't got? What it is that from we're born, we're showed glittery things, and that becomes our object of driving it to go towards the glitter. But if you don't understand, to get to the glitter, you have to go through the muck.
Most definitely.
Yeah, man.
So, I would like to now go on to a bit about your background. So, Alchemy is not business number one.
No.
So, can we elaborate to the people where I come from and all these things? We want to know a bit about the history. How did you even get to Alchemy?
All right, so let's do a rewind. Yeah. At about 11 years old, I got my first 2 jobs. It ended up 3 jobs, but I went from little paper round to little pie strippers to a little bakery thing, and I found working for money more interested than school. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Skip forward a few years, 15 years old, kind of steering in the wrong path. My stepdad come and grip hold of me and said, "Come, son, I'm gonna work with you to do a little thing. I want you to help me build the shop."
Yeah.
So, in building the shop from scratch, like I'm talking about tiling, floorboards, everything. There was nothing there, and afterwards it was a shop.
Yeah.
The man showed me, you've got to build things from the scratch up. You understand what I mean? The shop was a food shop, something again that I was in love with, I had a passion for, but I thought I was there only for the ride to do the building of the shop.
Yeah.
So once the shop was up and ready, I've run off and then I got a phone call, "What? Where you there?" Right? So I had to go in and then I thought, I'm going to go in this shop and I'm going to be serving all the nice girls and I'm going to get all the pretty life. And No. The man said to me, yo, you have to go down in the basement and learn the basics. Do you understand what I'm saying? And in doing the basics, you know, there's some days that I used to get pissed off, or excuse my language, I used to get upset. Yeah, I used to get upset. And man come and talk to me and say, Rod, you know why it is that I've got a food business? I was saying, why? And he said, well, you see, you're going to face a lot of people who are going to come to you with a lot of problems in the world every single day, and you're not going to have financially enough money. There's not enough money to save everybody's problems. But if you can give them a nice drink and a plate of food, then it's not saying to you, you can give them the strength to go out and face the world again. And that was a beautiful thing for me. Now, because of my loyalty, I would probably be still working in that shop up to now. But I also have to remember that every king has to have his castle. And that was his castle. And, you know, you got $1,000,001 picnic. So everybody have to build up them thing. You understand where I'm coming from? So yeah, skip forward a few years. 24, 23, 24. I'm looking at the world, and anybody who's real out there, you know you're getting a lot of losses. You've got friends who are dying, you've got friends who are going to jail, you've got all kind of things. And I decided, well, I need to turn around and build something for myself. So I opened my first off license. That off license, again, another funny story. Me tell dry lie, the landlord, they be watching this interview, me tell dry lie, me tell us that we didn't have the money in the bank and we didn't only have after deposit. But from you said I could have that shop, I went and I worked my arse. Yeah, scrapping and doing rubbish clearance and everything to get the rest of the deposit to open that place. And you can ask my little cousin them and whoever else was around. When we first opened that place, I went and bought 1 box of chocolate and 2 cases of drink. That's what I'm saying to you. And it eventually built itself into a nice shop.
Beautiful. And how long was that shop open for?
About 6 or 7 years we was open down there. I had it actually longer than that. I probably had it for about 10 years. But at one point I decided that I didn't want to sell alcohol no more. So I actually closed the shop down for that reason. Skip forward again. I ended up going into business, my business partner now, Debbie, and we had a restaurant in Crystal Palace called Island Fusion. And at that point, I didn't want nothing to do with the alcohol. So Debbie had the alcohol side, I had the food side, but it became confusing. And my piousness became to come down a little piece. So I said to him, all right, you know what, Debbie, let's just smash up everything together and boom. So we left that place, Island Fusion, and went on to SE19. SE19 again was another beautiful spot. For those who came there, we had some beautiful days, some beautiful nights. Lots of big artists and all kind of things. Karaoke was a madness up there. We have to shout out Jamo Star, because them lot come and started the karaoke with us. And it was a Wednesday with like 150 people sometimes and more. It was fun. Skip forward again. We done a little spell down in Clapham, Grand Bar. Done that for a little 6 months in between businesses. Like a pop-up club. And then we came here, Alchemy Croydon.
And Alchemy Croydon birth 2014?
2014. So we're talking from 2004 through to now.
You and Debbie?
No, Debbie, oh God, probably about 2009, something like that.
So long time still, long time, Okay, cool. That's dope. So guys, Alchemy Croydon, you can come, you can eat. Yeah,
you can come and get your favourite West Indian dishes or Caribbean dishes, as we call them.
You can
and then we've got a whole lot of different things. So you can come and get your steaks, your prawns, your waffles, your ice cream, donuts, all of that.
Yeah, donuts as well. You can come and two-step, not right now, But when things open back up properly, the restrictions lift.
Yes.
You can come and have your birthday here. I've had a couple birthdays here.
Man. That was like the pinnacle of our meeting, really.
Yeah. My first ever birthday. Well, not my first ever birthday, but my first. Before Alchemy proper opened, I'd say early. I had my 25th here, and then I think my 26th. I've had quite a few little something.
A couple little something.
For 2 steps and whatever.
Do you know what happens? You got famous now, yes.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah. I would have been never this one here. The one, no matter what she's putting in, Jesus Christ, she make me proud.
Oh, thank you. And you know what? It's people like you that are my role models.
Well, again, do you know what? They say iron sharpen iron. You understand what I'm saying to you? And you're a person who thrives for progress. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? You're a dreamer like myself. You envision something, and you know with a little bit of action, it makes it happen.
Yeah.
Where a lot of people don't. They say, "Oh, I would have loved to have a shop," but then they pass away never having a shop. I would prefer to have 10 shops and fail. That's what I said to you. So when I die, I say, "Well, I did it fun in that shop."
I tried. Me try things still, you know.
Yes. It's not everything that we do is gonna work.
That's right. Yeah.
But if you don't try, you've already failed. Yeah.
You hear that, people? If you don't try, you've already failed. That is it. So facts.
Yeah.
Definitely. So also, before we wrap it up, because we might be a bit over, but before we wrap it up, talk about your studio.
Okay, so everything is alchemy. we went mad till we start open Alchemy Modeling Agency. We turn around, we do Alchemy Travel, and I'll have to say one of the gems is Alchemy Music Production Studios. Hidden downstairs in the basement. Yeah, man, it's a little studio, a little small studio. You got your booth and thing, and it's just beautiful again, man. The alchemy that comes out of the studio, you get all different artists, all different musicians come together, and when they're throwing their ingredients in the pot, it just makes something sweet. So yeah, you can look out for, if you want to know what we do in the studio. There's a little bit on YouTube, a little bit on SoundCloud, AMP TV, UK. You can go and take a look up. If you type them into SoundCloud or YouTube, you'll find a little bit. Later on in this year here, I do want to start releasing a lot of stuff, because I've got a lot of artists and a lot of music sitting downstairs that the people's ears haven't really been privy to. But if you ever get in mic, that's how you listen to it. Understand?
Perfect. That's great. Thank you for sharing with me today.
Well, thank you for coming and interviewing me. It's like I said, when I see the things that you're doing right now, like, it only gives me inspiration. And to come and share your platform, you know, that's just a double boost. You get what I mean?
Definitely. So, how can the people contact you? It's all behind us anyway.
Right, so
you got
Alchemy Croydon gmx.com. That's email.
Yes.
Alchemy Croydon on Twitter, on Instagram, or Facebook. Personal pages, Al Kennel, you can find me on most of the socials. Rastivo, you can find up there. Again, you type the names in YouTube or whatever, you might find a little motivation video from me, or you might find a little tune from me or something. But there's only. And my advice to the people is, don't let nothing hold you back. If you got a dream, just go for it, man. Go for it. Just like the world is your oyster. Even in this lockdown, even through all the stress, and like this time here, you've got time to yourself. Develop yourself, man. You know, Marcus Garvey would say, read a book a day. That's what I'm saying to you. Or read a book until it's finished, and get a subject. Get a new subject. Once that one's done, get a new subject. And the end of the day, nothing can't beat a try. So keep on trying, keep on pushing forward. Yeah.
Definitely. Thank you. And guys, as I always say, support is love, love is support. Yeah. So if you are ever in Croydon, come down to Alchemy, visit, come and support, buy a meal, sit down, have a talk with these community champions that I interview, because you know what, we need to really work on unity in our community. Do you know what I mean? And with all these things that you are saying in terms of reading the book and stuff as well, why not read the book and discuss what you've learned?
Yes,
you know what I mean?
They say knowledge is power, right? But if knowledge is not used, it's a dead weight. It's a dead weight. You've got to use the knowledge where you've gained, whether it's bad knowledge, whether it's good knowledge, you've got to use it to develop you as a person.
Yeah. Okay guys, so thank you for watching this edition of Come Chat with Sima. Make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, like it, share it. All these things. It's so important. It's so important. This platform is here to support our local businesses, our entrepreneurs, our artists, especially in the Black community.
Sub to the girl, yeah?
Yeah.
Sub. Yeah. She's been working very hard on this platform. For how long has it been now?
This is just over 2 years.
Hey, I'll switch at the interview. Hello, Simone. Could you please let me know who you are and what do you do?
We're gonna do a retake. We're gonna do an Alchemy interview, Sima.
Yeah, I will make sure that we're gonna do another interview. I'm gonna interview my girl Sim.
Anyway, guys, peace. Mwah. Subscribe, turn on your notification bell, tell a friend to tell a friend, share it, like it, and all of these things. Follow the links below, and until next time, peace and blessings to you.